Hello and welcome to Fast and Factual. My name is Utsaf Parekh and here are the top stories of the day. Israel has vowed to continue with its military operation in Gaza. This comes after the UN Security Council approved a US-backed ceasefire plan to end the 8-month war. Israel's representative at the UN said that the country wants to destroy Hamas's capabilities and free hostages. They also want to ensure that there is no future threat from Gaza. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken announced more than $400 million in humanitarian assistance to Palestinians. The announcement was made during a conference in Jordan yesterday. Blinken also urged Israel to do more to allow aid into Gaza and reduce civilian casualties. An Israeli airstrike killed a senior Hezbollah commander in southern Lebanon. Hezbollah confirmed the death and said that the deceased commander was Taleb Abdallah, also known as Abu Taleb. The Israeli strike also killed 3 other Hezbollah members. Russia conducted missile drills in the Atlantic Ocean. According to the Russian Defense Ministry, the drills were conducted by a naval frigate and a nuclear-powered submarine while the vessels were en route to Cuba. The vessels fired high-precision missiles at mock enemy targets from a distance of over 600 kilometers. Hunter Biden, the son of U.S. President Joe Biden, has been convicted in a federal gun case. He was convicted for lying about his drug use on a gun purchase form in 2018. The verdict marks the first time a sitting president's child has been convicted of a crime. Hunter Biden faces up to 25 years in jail, with his sentencing expected before the 2024 U.S. presidential election. The Indian Union territory of Jammu and Kashmir, 2 terrorists opened fire in a village in the Kathua district. The terrorists attacked a house which led to 1 person getting injured. Indian military forces and police officials immediately responded to the incident and neutralized one of the terrorists. In a separate incident, a gunfight broke out between Indian military officials and terrorists in Jammu's Doda district. According to reports, a military base in Doda was attacked and 6 officials were injured. This comes 3 days after terrorists attacked a bus full of pilgrims in Jammu's Riyasi district. N. Chandrababu Naidu has taken oath as the Chief Minister of the southern Indian state of Andhra Pradesh. The ceremony was attended by India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Naidu is the leader of the Telugu Desam party, which is part of the Prime Minister's governing coalition. Meanwhile, the eastern Indian state of Odisha is all set to get its first chief minister from the Bharatiya Janata Party. Mohan Charan Majhi will be sworn in as the chief minister of Odisha. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be attending Majhi's oath-taking ceremony as well. The Democratic Republic of Congo swore in Judith Suminwa Tuluka as its first woman prime minister. Along with her, a downsized cabinet of 54 members also took oath after an almost 6-month delay in government formation. This is despite President Felix Tshisekedi's re-election and his allies' parliamentary dominance. The UN has added the Sudanese army and the paramilitary group, the Rapid Support Forces, to its blacklist for violating the rights of children in war. The UN reports that Sudan witnessed a staggering 480% increase in grave violations against children between 2022 and 2023. A new government has been formed in Haiti. The government has been tasked with restoring security and stability to the Caribbean nation. This comes 2 weeks after the country's Transitional Government Council appointed Gary Conille as interim prime minister. Gang violence and political chaos have ravaged Haiti. Animal rights activists defaced the first official portrait of Britain's King Charles III in London. The painting was by British artist Jonathan Yeo, and it was defaced with a picture of a character from an animated franchise. A message was also attached to the painting, which read, "No cheese, Gromit. Look at all this cruelty on RSPCA farms." The move was to grab attention on the alleged cruelty at a number of farms certified by the Royal Society for the Protection of Animals. The Indian Meteorological Department has issued a severe hot weather alert for the states of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and Jharkhand. The heat waves are expected to continue in the eastern and northwestern regions for the next 4 days. However, extremely heavy rainfall is expected to occur in states like Maharashtra, Goa and parts of Karnataka. In China's northern and central region, the temperatures have hit record highs. The mercury reached 42 degrees Celsius in the northern Hebei province. Meanwhile, in eastern China, a severe drought is threatening its crops, energy supplies and the health of locals. Canada is preparing for a hotter than usual summer this season. Over the next 3 months, the temperatures will be warmer than what is normal. Weather experts have warned citizens to get ready for the dry conditions in the country. Heavy rains have caused flash flooding in the Spanish island of Majorca. The severe weather flooded the Palma de Mallorca airport. Dozens of planes were grounded due to flooded runways. People in southern Chile are battling intense rain. Dozens of police officials were deployed to help in rescue missions. According to reports, floodwater submerged around 400 houses. Officials have predicted moderate to heavy rain in the region today. According to a U.S. study, global emissions of nitrous oxide, a potent greenhouse gas, are putting climate change goals in peril. The study was done by a college in Boston, and it also revealed a sharp rise in human-related nitrous oxide levels. Emissions soared by 40% in the 4 decades leading up to 2020. According to British scientists, the international efforts to protect the ozone layer have been a huge global success. The scientists revealed that the damaging gases were declining faster than expected. On to business and tech news. The World Bank has raised its forecast for global economic growth this year. The bank says that the global economy is expected to grow at 2.6% this year compared to its earlier forecast of 2.4%. The global lender says that the global economy is stabilizing this year, 3 years after the COVID-19 pandemic. The increased growth forecast is largely driven by an improved outlook for the U.S. As per the World Bank, the U.S. economy is expected to grow by 2.5% this year. Meanwhile, the World Bank has maintained its outlook for India. The global lender says that India's gross domestic product, or GDP, will rise by 6.6% in the current financial year. The World Bank has noted that India will remain the world's fastest growing major economy. However, it has said that the pace of expansion is expected to moderate. The U.S. has banned imports from 3 Chinese firms. They include a seafood processor, an aluminium goods maker, and a footwear manufacturer. These companies have allegedly been involved in forced labor of the Uyghur communities in the Xinjiang region in China. In 2021, the U.S. enacted a law banning imports from Chinese firms that used forced labor. The U.S. says that China has established labor camps for the Uyghur minority groups. A large deposit of rare earth metals has been found in Norway. The Blocks Explorer mining firm Rare Earths Norway claims that it is Europe's largest deposit of rare earth elements. The deposit is in the southeast of Norway. It contains 8.8 million metric tons of total rare earth oxides. These metals are used in green energy products like electric cars and wind turbines. American plane maker Boeing delivered just 24 aircraft to customers last month. This is about half the number of jets it delivered in the same period last year. Boeing's production has been restricted by U.S. regulators. This was after Boeing's 737 MAX jet was involved in a mid-air door panel blowout incident earlier this year. American office space startup WeWork has come out of bankruptcy. This marks the end of the company's restructuring process. WeWork has renegotiated terms of 190 rental properties, and it has ended contracts with 170 properties. The firm's current CEO, David Tolley, has decided to step down. John Santora has been appointed as the new CEO. WeWork filed for bankruptcy in 2023 amid a slowdown in demand and heavy debt. Elon Musk has been sued by a Tesla shareholder. The shareholder accuses Musk of illegally using insider information to sell Tesla stocks. Musk reportedly sold nearly $30 billion worth of Tesla stocks between late 2021 and 2022. The lawsuit alleges that Musk sold these stocks just before bad news reports about Tesla were supposed to come out. Meanwhile, Elon Musk has withdrawn his lawsuit against ChatGPT maker OpenAI. Musk did not provide any reason for this move. Earlier this year, Musk sued OpenAI for abandoning its original mission, which Musk claims was to develop artificial intelligence for the benefit of humanity and not for profit. Elon Musk was an early investor in OpenAI. Apple's share prices surged to a record high yesterday. The stock prices rose to over 7% to touch $207. This is after the iPhone maker unveiled its long-awaited artificial intelligence strategy. Apple has introduced a range of AI features for its devices. This includes an overhaul of its voice assistant Siri and an integration with OpenAI's ChatGPT. Google plans to test its new anti-theft features for phones in Brazil from next month. The tech giant has introduced 3 artificial intelligence-backed features. These features use AI to identify when a phone has been stolen and block its access. Google says that they will release the features in other countries gradually. Moving to sports. In cricket, Pakistan defeated Canada by 7 wickets, securing their first victory in the T20 World Cup. Pakistan chased Canada's 106-run target in 17.3 overs. Pakistan's Mohammad Amir took 2 wickets and gave away 13 runs. He was also named Player of the Match. Australia won its T20 World Cup match against Namibia by 9 wickets. Namibia opted to bat first, setting a target of 72 runs. Australia chased the target in just 5.4 overs. Adam Zampa took 4 wickets, giving away just 12 runs. He was named Player of the Match. The US is all set to host India in a Group A ICC Men's T20 World Cup match at the Nassau County International Cricket Stadium in New York. First-timers, the US, have already defeated Canada and Pakistan during their World Cup campaign. Qatar defeated India 2-1 in the second round of the FIFA World Cup 2026 qualifiers, ending India's World Cup dream. Ahmed Al-Ravi scored a late winner for Qatar after Yusuf Ayman's controversial equalizers. Portugal defeated Ireland 3-0 in their final warm-up match before the European Championship. Portugal's João Felix scored the opener. It was followed by Cristiano Ronaldo scoring 2 goals. Next week, Portugal face the Czech Republic in their Euro 2024 opener. America's first men's Olympic football tournament in decades is off to a rough start. Yesterday, Japan defeated the US 2-0 in a warm-up match. Japan's Shota Fujio converted a penalty kick in the 6th minute. Mao Hosoya added another goal in the later half of the match. The US will start their Olympic campaign against hosts France on July 24th. As per reports, Erik ten Hag will continue as Manchester United's manager. Ten Hag is in negotiations to extend his contract with the English football club. This comes after months of uncertainty over his future. He oversaw United's worst Premier League season in 34 years. However, the team has ended the season by winning the FA Cup against Manchester City. In golf, the former world number 1 Jon Rahm has withdrawn from the US Open due to a foot infection. Rahm was scheduled to play in his 9th US Open. The former Masters champion says that he consulted multiple doctors before making the decision. Last week, Rahm withdrew from a live golf match due to some pain in his left foot. India's tennis stars Rohan Bopanna and Sumit Nagal have secured their spots in the Paris Olympics. Bopanna comfortably earned his quota with his world number 4 ranking in men's doubles. Meanwhile, Nagal secured his spot after jumping 18 places in the singles rankings last week. The qualification window for the Paris Olympics ended earlier this week for tennis. Human rights groups are urging the International Olympic Committee to help overturn a hijab ban on French athletes. France has barred its athletes from wearing the hijab at the 2024 Paris Games. The French sports minister has said that the athletes must respect the country's strict separation of religion and state. But human rights organizations claim that the ban on the hijab has resulted in discrimination against many Muslim athletes. In entertainment news, actor Kevin Spacey poured his heart out in a recent interview. He states that he is broke and still owes millions in legal fees. His own house in Baltimore will be auctioned at a sale. Spacey had been facing multiple sexual misconduct lawsuits. Austin Butler addressed the speculations of him joining the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. He said in an interview that he's not sure if he would do a role in the film. Butler fears that his predecessors have done their part very well, so he wants to make sure that he might be able to bring something to the table. Friends star Jennifer Aniston is working on a book series on her rescue dog, Clidio. The books will revolve around themes of self-discovery and self-confidence. The first book will release on the 1st of October. Emmy Award-winning actor Paul Giamatti has joined the cast of Star Trek Starfleet Academy. He will play the recurring role of the main villain in the first season. Shooting for the show's shooting schedule will begin in Toronto this year. The show The Boys will end with Season 5 on Amazon Prime Video. This announcement was made before the premiere of its 4th season. The Boys is an American satirical superhero television series which debuted in 2019. The makers of the Sausage Party Foodtopia film released its trailer. The video shows food items talking and dominating the earth. They became indestructible until a flood wipes out their civilization. The 8-episode series will release on the 11th of July. South Korean singer Jin has completed his mandatory military service. He was welcomed by his bandmates J-Hope, V and RM. The BTS band member RM played the band's mega hit Dynamite on a saxophone upon Jin's arrival. Later, Jin went live on social media to greet his fans. Celine Dion revealed in an interview that she took fatal doses of medicine to cope with the autoimmune neurological disorder stiff person syndrome. Dion was diagnosed with SPS in 2022. She took the medicines so that she could keep working and didn't really know that that amount could kill her. American singer and songwriter Maren Morris has come out as bisexual. She took to Instagram and wrote, "Happy to be the B in the LGBTQ+ community." This comes after she finalized her divorce with singer Ryan Hurd. They have a 4-year-old son. French singer and actor François Hardy has passed away at the age of 80. Her son took to social media and wrote that his mother was gone. Hardy was diagnosed with cancer 20 years ago. That's all for this episode of Fast and Factual. Thank you for watching and stay tuned to Firstpost.